Hey guys, Tyrip here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Nexus. Playing today, spawning on the left, we have Havoc. Playing as COH2, and his loadout is Breakthrough. Luftwaffe Ground Forces. And Elite Armor. He's off against him on the right, we have RoyalHants playing as the Brits, who has Lend-Lease Assault, Tactical Support, and Royal Artillery. In terms of ranks, pick them up here. COH2 rank 40 Havoc, and Hants rank 28 is Brits currently. So pretty even matchup between these two. So we're seeing a Vickers come out from Hants. Didn't see much of these pre-patch, but the complexion of Brits has changed. Vickers getting a slight buff, Tommy's getting a slight nerf. So Facto, here we are, seeing it up on the cutoff, trying to bait the Stern Pioneers in, just skirting the range of it though. Don't end up taking any damage from it or suppression. Meanwhile, the squad up here capping uncontested currently. Stern Pioneers thinking about rounding the corner. Machine gun sitting up. Don't know if it's got a line of sight all the way down here though. Doesn't look like it. Just going to wait there for an ambush. Meanwhile, Fox Creed is getting the munitions under the control. Interesting that Hunts did, prioritize capping his munitions point. Oh, maybe this is why he goes for the universal carrier as his next unit. Maybe wants to get a weapon upgrade with that quite quickly.
Point is being overrun.
Stern Pioneer's going to try charge in here, it looks like. Tommy's coming in from the other side. Sandwiched. Ultimately get forced off. Because and universal carrier in the center doing some good damage, and Havoc actually going for a Raketin to try and force away the universal carrier. Interesting. Sometimes you see players just try to tank the damage until they have a tech truck down so they can Faust it, but not so for Havoc.
Gear stowed and ready to go.
And tech is complete for Hunts.
Unit is ready for action.
So now he's in friendly territory, could go for a weapon upgrade, and it's going to be the Vickers as well. Wasp can be pretty good on this map, these two buildings specifically can be a bit of a headache sometimes, but because there's also a safe choice. Here comes the Raketin coming down. For a long range shot here. The universal carrier backs out, maybe just from the threat of the Faust, coincidentally. Oh, Raketin setups and miss. I don't think he has sight of that, right? Pretty sure he didn't until it was ready to fire on him. Getting pushing through the middle, but Vic is sitting up. Oh, and he gets the suppression and might even get the wipe here on retreat. Yeah, there we go. The Vic is spitting out that huge damage. Gotta respect it. And now the Raketin in some trouble. Being forced away. Havoc spending too much time chatting rather than retreating. But yeah, you have to respect the Vickers. It does spit out some good damage. I have been trying some triple Vickers strategies myself. Don't know if that's the way to go, but worth a shot. And now Hunts without fuel control. Havoc overall does have better map control currently, but could take a shift for the worst, having lost a squad. Also going for battle group. Interesting to note also, he did put down a med crate. Sometimes even going for battle group, it's a good idea to get med crate. It's going to take so long to get the truck down and then into the medics upgrade. A lot of manpower as well. Sometimes can hinder you if you're trying to go for a specific build. In this case, it looks like it's going to be the 221. And pop the 221 out a little bit earlier than this, but see how it gets on. An AT gun coming in for Hants. Vickers finally forces that squad out of the building. It looks like Havoc going to branch out to the other side of the map. We do have some Royal Engineers, but not the best for long-range combat. Oh, Storm Pioneer's going to try to close the distance anyway. Don't know about this one. Close engagement. Heavy cover versus slightly superior mid-range performance from the Storm Pioneers. Now they close in. And maintaining their model count so deep into the fight. But they're dropping model way earlier than that. That's taking this opportunity to jump onto the cutoff for getting in some trouble, taking some big damage. Universal carrier coming around the other side. So didn't ultimately force it away. Going to be in position to get some damage in potentially. And here comes the 221. Upgrading with the 223 already. Skits around the side of the machine gun, and with the 223 upgrade has much more durability, can actually afford to fight this, otherwise can struggle against the universal carrier. And he's actually just going to straight up decrew the Vickers here. Oh, a T-gun got in position for one shot. 223 in a bit of trouble. Vickers getting stolen. Section trying to secure the kill, but not penetrating. And gets away. So Havoc turning the tables there, or maybe not. Oh, it all comes down to this Vickers. Will that escape too? It does. The squad wasn't spitting out too much damage. 2 models only, and not in cover. Kitten also makes it out, but on the back of this, Hants does have some very, very, very strong map control, so turn the favour in that department. And we're seeing a sniper now for Hants. This is quite vulnerable to the 223. Looks like maybe he's going to go for like a fast tick up though. Hasn't. Well, maybe he has gone for the 5-man upgrade now.
Trying to take one of our points.
Seems like maybe he has. No. Just has a lot of low health units. The kitten coming out this side. So the Fox screen it is.
The enemy cut our supply line.
Because gets an angle now as the squad makes its way into the light cover there.
Machine gun crew. We're losing a capture
Universal
point.
carrier repairing in the middle, but Rakitten pushing up. And now Sniper going to work here. Oh, got some damage on the 223, which is going for the chase down on the Sniper now. Backs away. The T-gun repositioned. Reactions from Hants. That potential damage. I don't know if that would have been quite in range, but maybe if the 223 chased this way rather than around the other side. Ultimately doesn't come to pass. No tick yet from Hants. Still hasn't got his tanks going yet. Oh, and the 223. Oh, maybe he got behind the line of sight blocker there. Had to go for an attack round, and it connects with the train.
A capture point is being overrun.
Bit of Vickers on Vickers action here. So the OKW Vickers coming out on top and actually getting the decrew. Sniper comes around the side, but is vulnerable to return fire there. Nope. Just going to go for the steal right in front of him. Universal carrier trying to finish it off. Squad hasn't come out of suppression yet. But yeah, the UC does enough damage to seal the kill. Sniper was coming around the corner as well for a shot. But yeah, some pretty high casualties on both sides. Looks like Hunts is ahead in the KD, however. Probably going to start to extend that now with the sniper. Haven't seen
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our
super
points.
clean 223 play from Havoc. I might be holding them back a little bit. Looks like Havoc bringing out his truck, gonna look to put down his sphere. And same thing for Hunts, about 3/4 through his tech. So Hunts has missed the timing for like a medium tank rush. I think it's because he went for another Vickers.
Work to construct a new company command post is finished.
Replaced his other Vickers, and that hasn't allowed him the manpower for a faster tech up, ultimately slowing down his progress. But it's definitely a viable strategy as Brits foregoing the 5-man upgrade early and then going for medium tank rush, Cromwell or Centaur. So we're about to round the corner, but thinks otherwise. Now we've got an infantry support gun coming in. In base, however. Oh, sniper throws some pyrotechnics over the wall. And that building could get flattened quickly. Luckily both howitzer shots miss. Incendiary grenade onto the Vickers. Gets the suppression in first. Sniper picking shots from long range behind it. And a universal carrier also activating its suppression. And now switching sides, interestingly.
They're trying to take it.
So he's charging forwards, trying to get on top of the sniper and the AT gun. Sniper backing away. Oh, could get a kill here potentially. Aim, line up the shot. Oh, doesn't quite get it off, however. In comes the 223. AT gun is there. Oh, you see in some trouble. Sniper in some trouble now. 223 going sniper chasing. Very, very low on health. But the universal carrier there blocks the chase down. Sniper gets away alive. But he's focusing now on the 6-pounder. It's going down fast, taking a bit of a fire from the Fox Treaties as well. Has to reload though. Ooh! Oh, gets decruised. So everything gets away alive basically on both sides. You know, the AT gun does get decrewed, but
We're losing a capture point.
it's not a big deal. And that was a close call for both parties. But as you can see here, Cromwell is coming in for Hunts. Not too far away from that now. And Havoc still a good 80 or so fuel away from his Panzer IV. That's what he's going for first. Could always put the 223 to its supply depot, supply lockdown. Maybe try to speed up his fuel income a little bit. We do see a commander selection as well. We get Royal Artillery for Hunts, popping those early warning flares up right now. Oof. Burst there on the sniper. And here comes the Cromwell. Going for a crush. Forcing the retreat. Got some artillery coming in behind this. The concentration barrage. Going after the 223. And this might be a good time for the 223 to set up in the resource supply mode. Supply lockdown. So it doesn't end up going down to the Cromwell, which is going hunting for it. Came forward for a double Faust, but decides to cancel it on the squad. Here comes the Raketin, but having trouble finding an angle. Gone for a second Raketin to help deal with this Cromwell now as well. Going for an attack ground and connects. Nice work. Here comes a Valentine to back this up. So Hunt's going for a bit of a timing push here. Cromwell Valentine combo. Universal carrier weaving its way around, but second Raketin coming in might not have accounted for this. No, Raketin doesn't get the shot off. Oh, once again doesn't get the shot off. forces one of the two Rakitans away. 223 also getting chased away. Valentine out back with engine damage.
Flares ready to illuminate the front lines.
A lot of these engineers low in health, out of position for repairs, so Hunt's gonna suffer a bit of downtime now while he gets all his vehicles up to full health, and in the meantime Havoc taking control of all the victory points, both of the fuels. Things are looking up for him right now. Very close to the fuel for his first tank, and the Panzer IV with the heat shells can be really strong. Still getting in there for some damage. 11 kills now. Just support gun doing some minor damage in the middle. And taking a sniper shot back. 223 coming forwards. It's a pretty good burst in there. He's at Vet 2, that means he's got the accuracy bonus at Vet 2 and at Vet 1, so very lethal, even at long range against the sniper. Connecting for a lot of damage. Another concentration barrage coming in this area. Machine gun did slightly reposition, but still could take some damage. Cluster grenade in there, but evaded.
They're trying to take it.
And we're heading up to the north. Still hasn't received repairs. Has repaired up the other vehicles, however. Ooh, and connected in a big way. Stern Pioneer's in a little bit of trouble. Smokes to cover the retreat. And Rakitten's in a nice position. Sneaky angle. Connects twice, in fact. That's going to be a lot of repairs now for Hunts. At a really good time for Havoc as well. He's about to get his Panzer IV on the field, so that's going to cause the Valentines some issues potentially. Well, Valentine, speaking of, coming forwards, has the flares up but still runs right into the Rakitens. Oh, and we have a infantry support gun barrage, I believe, in this vicinity, scattering wildly, however. Oh no, maybe he thinks there's something over here, but there's not. Man, sometimes I get a bit thrown off casting between Warcraft and COH, because in COH if you move with middle mouse button your cursor stays approximately the same place, whereas in Warcraft it'll go to the edge of the screen. Okay, Panzer IV coming forwards, upgrading that with the tank commander, the Panzer commander. A little bit extra sight accuracy, I believe, as well as access to the coordinated barrage. Kitten coming forwards. So is the Panzer IV. We got a 5-man upgrade as well as some green starting to be distributed. Whoa! Big shot from the Panzer IV. Insta-kill. And where is the AT gun? There it is. It's a good shot on the P4 there. P4 wants to stick around for the Vickers kill. The Recruiter wants to destroy it. Misses its first 2 shots on it. Squad manages to regather. P4 has to back away in the face of the AT gun, but once again Havoc getting control of the fuel, quickly turning things around in the fuel department. Hasn't been using the 223 too much, so it might be a time to just set it a few times, set it up in resource mode.
We have 300 points remaining.
Valentine back up, ready to rumble. Cromwell also pretty healthy. Looks like Hunt's mobilizing for some kind of offensive. He's going for Volksgrenadiers in the south. The kitten is there, but he's going right on past it. Kitten could be in trouble now. Taking some focus fire, Cromwell coming around. Valentine misses that shot. The engineers not quite getting range to do any significant damage. So Kitten does get away. Continuing the momentum, but missing its shot. Both tanks do, in fact. Vickers gets outmaneuvered. Well, could be in a little bit of trouble here. Panzer Commander artillery dropped behind enemy lines. Not going to connect with too much. Nothing at all, in fact. But still, once again, a lot of repairs required for Hunts. These vehicles have suffered a lot of downtime so far this game. There's double kittens keeping him in check. Oh, Obvious going forward, sniper. Ooh. Yep, got a little bit of a tickle on it. Forced the retreat. Panzer IV is ready to go. Does have access to... That's now maybe not ready to go. It takes one shot from the 6-pounder. But it does have access to the emergency repairs. And there's not too much to spend your munitions on in this commander, so it'll be pretty handy to use that. We also carry in a bit of trouble before missing that shot, calling in the artillery once again. Really trying to get the deker, and he does on the AT gun. The kitten could line up, try for this destroy. Commander artillery did a little bit of damage to the squad trying to recrew, but luckily the gun does survive. But Hunt's on the back foot, really being kept in check by those double Raketans. And it looks like he's going for the Firefly. Should help him against the Panzer IV. Potentially whatever Havoc goes for next. Havoc has gone for his next tech truck though, it looks like. Are they going for the King Tiger? It might be. Yeah, I feel like this Valentine was a bad choice. Really hasn't got his money's worth out of it. Generally what I've found playing Brits so far this patch is you go for one medium tank, then you try tech up and go for either a Churchill or a Comet from there. Multiple medium tanks just seem to be so well handled by double Raketans. Their extra range. A lot of fire being traded on both sides. Cool. Engineers to get away. Oh, sniper goes down. Trying to micro on too many fronts at once. And Hunts comes out worse off, losing his machine gun before mobilizing now. AT gun setting up. One of the two shots connects, and the Firefly, most importantly, also connecting. A Tigray gonna connect. Oh, that could be trouble. Firefly gets the kill there. You have Raketans coming in. Artillery was also dropped by that Panzer IV before it went down, but didn't hit too much. So Hunt's fighting back there. Firefly connecting for some big damage. Oh! Was trying to get the kill, but well, escapes. And still, however, Havoc in control of 3 VPs, 2 fuels. Things are looking good for him right now. Looks like he's going for a Jagdpanzer next. That's a pretty big investment. Take a while to vet that up, make it effective. But, you know, he does have overs, so that should eventually lead to some infantry superiority. Aiming for 223 was previously. Oh, concussive grenade forces a retreat there. Squad's charging forwards. Looks like it's going to take a Faust. And once again, just so many squads lying around for hunts that require repairs. So many tanks. Hasn't ticked Tam or Amble yet either. So no heavy sappers, no boosted repair speeds.
Engineer's finished, repair complete. Get ready, you lot.
Looks like Hunt's gonna break out towards the north. Jagdpanzer here for Havoc. I'll fly back up to full, and so
Where do you want us?
Valentine just about, so they're mobilizing. Once again, Hunt's bringing in those flares. Oof. You have a kitten here in camouflage as that veterancy, so camo.
A new infantry section is ready for battle.
So with all this sight should allow Hunt's a lot of leeway as to where he goes on the map. A lot of recon information. Okay, Valentine coming forwards. Takes one shot from the Jagdpanzer. Firefly coming forwards to return fire, but Stolen Vickers goes down. Firefly is there, and he's going to run right into the AT grenades. Over both of the Rakitans are there, so Firefly needs to back away. Luckily, one of those Raketan shots missed. Oh, but not so lucky. Ends up connecting, and down it goes. The extra little bit of range on the Raketan coming in clutch there, securing the kill. That's what I was talking about. Just, Raketans are very strong against medium tanks now. Bit of cover fighting going on here. Check in on Hans. No, still no tick up from him. Has gone for another infantry section. Comes the 223, going to make itself useful even in the 28th minute, going forwards to assist in this fight. There's some huge damage there, and he's going to get the wipe, I think. Yeah, and a weapon drop. It was currently in base. There's some, yeah, there was a section nearby that could come over and pick this up as well. And now Hunt's just doubling down, going for another Cromwell. As I said, I feel like this is I mean, it can certainly work, but it's very risky. I feel like the double Rakitans just end up getting killed so often. Burke is struggling a little bit from manpower himself, however. It's quite a lot of fuel now, but hasn't been able to field himself another vehicle. Did indeed go for the mechanized truck with the repair upgrade, so that's where a lot of his manpower has disappeared as of late. Hunts has managed to get the triple cap back on Havoc, but Havoc's still firmly in the lead in terms of victory points. So he's trying to just get rid of that sandbag position. There it goes. Breaking out to the south. We have a machine gun sitting up here, but it looks like this sandbag will provide a little bit of cover. I do have a Cromwell actually down here. I'll shut down this offensive from Havoc in the south. And the also carrier in the north. Some decent damage. Steam Pioneer's still on the right side of cover there. Here comes a Cromwell. Maybe he's just trying to bait. Wait until the Cromwell gets in there, potentially for the white. Let's see what he can do. Oh, Valentine in a bit of trouble. Jagdpanzer's chasing it down, and Cromwell doesn't drop a single model. And comes forwards but misses its shot. Jagdpanzer connecting. Oh boy. Now he goes into supply. Oh man, I've looked at this like 3 times. Supply lockdown, was it? Cromwell coming forward, finds the sphere. I don't think sticking around to put damage on it's the best idea. Unless you've got, you know, some way to follow up, maybe with a concentration barrage or maybe an AT gun up here. Once again, triple cap for Hants. Oh, Yakpen's up here, gonna find the universal carrier, and that finally goes down in the 31st minute. Impressive preservation though from Hants. Long time coming forwards. Again, going forwards to meet it. Should have spotted this though from the flares. Jumping into the trench here. Grenade in. Frangible, that's the right choice. Getting some damage in. Valentine, Cromwell also having trouble finding an angle. And that squad's super low now from the Frangible. It's just going to jump out, soft retreat. Maybe try to get some heals in. We're coming back out, still at 5 models. Doesn't need to go all the way back to base for that. But yeah, you can see Hunt's really struggling to find good angles for his Cromwells. He's shut down by the double Rakins and the Jagdpanzer, and they're all vetting up pretty quickly now. And looks like Havoc going for an MG34. Wasn't there a decrewed machine gun over here? Maybe got destroyed. That does delay his King Tiger, which I thought he was going for. And we're actually seeing a second AT gun from Hants now.
Flares ready to illuminate the front lines.
Interesting. Big destroy cover going on as well. Hants trying to open up the map, which is probably not to his favor right now. I suppose it's good for the AT guns, but it's bad against the Jagdpanzer. And here comes the Cromwell, going for the kill on the 223. He's packing it up, reacting. But I don't think he's going to be able to get away with it. Pop smoke. Oh, attack round only grazes. Doesn't do full damage, so it does end up getting away. Oh. Oof. Could still end up going down though. Section on the retreat. Oh, Jagdpanzer gets the kill. Cromwell going down after that daring attempt. But the Obers also went down. Trench backfiring here a little bit on Hants. The T-gun returning fire on the Jagdpanzer, but that's at Vet 2 now. Got the skirts, the bonus health, so it makes it a little bit safer to use aggressively. Taking a bit of damage there though. And King Tiger is coming in for Havoc. Trench works out nicely for Havoc as well, forcing that squad away eventually. Was also getting fired on by the infantry support gun though, so important to note. Here comes the King Tiger. He's upgrading this one with the Panzer Commander as well. Let's see what he can get done with it. Does have quite a bit of munitions in the back, so he can cool down that artillery if he desires. Can be pretty useful against set up AT guns. Speaking of, they are lining up some shots now. Okay, King Tiger takes quite a lot of damage there, but does decrew the AT gun. Unfortunately, Nothing there for a follow-up. You have some flares up. Hunts clearing the way. 2 tanks going through the south now for him as well, but Kitten's repositioning. You can use the mechanized truck for repairs. And the flares providing a little bit of sight, I think it was, allowing the Jagdpanzer to take one more shot. Still heated victory point fighting between these two players. Pulling in the artillery on the central VP again. Oh, nice work. King Tiger definitely needs some repairs now. And while waiting for this moment, a bit of frontline healing coming in there, avoiding that true support gun damage.
Engine warmed up.
But you can see how these just regular medium tanks are getting picked off one by one for Hunts. Ooh, see, it could have easily been another one right there. Luckily the Raketen missed, but you can see the really high rate of fire on the Raketen. Makes it very, very strong against the medium tanks. That extra bit of range. Throws a gammon bomb. Does mean he has ticked ammo. It's getting out of Comet now. But a lot of repairs required once again for Hunt, so he's getting forced off the central VP. Tiger ready to do some more damage as well. Havoc going for another squad obus, replacing that squad he lost earlier, and I think it's a good choice. Spit out some real damage against these AT guns. And both AT guns connecting but bouncing. Okay. Didn't quite dodge, but really grazing damage to the machine gun, and VPs are going to remain stalled with the center not going to either player. Pulls back for some more repairs. Jagdpanzer being used in the cautious movement, bringing it forwards. Oh, this time smoking off the Vickers. Obus coming in from the other angle as well, putting a lot of pressure on it. They're in a nice heavy cover position. They have to send the Valentine out there to fend them off. Shot connecting. Casapone missing attack rounds through the smoke, I believe. Oh, Valentine gets in there for a nice shot. There we go. This time the AT guns connecting, both of them. Jagdpanzer backing away, but Grenadier is on top of the AT guns, causing some issues. Both of them super low. So is the machine gun over here. And we're having trouble fending them off. Gonna take engine damage on the Cromwell now. We have a Comet up here. How did this take engine damage? Did that run over a mine or something? Not sure, but the King Tiger's going hunting for it. T-Gun and Valentine coming out to try and defend. Jagdpanzer also up here, however. Oh, main gun crit on the Jagdpanzer. And down it goes to the AT gun. Well, Engineers also going down there for Hunts. Cromwell's still alive. Oh, Valentine in a little bit of trouble. Raketen. Oh, he connects at close to max range again. And there goes the Valentine. Tiger sticking around, and Hunts just throws in the towel. Lost his AT gun there. This one was still alive though. Because he just felt his losses were too high, and he only had one engineer, one model. Repairs would have taken forever. Probably would have drained out on VPs before could have got something going. So I suppose that's fair enough concession there. But yeah, I don't know about Hunts' strategy. I feel like the Valentine didn't really... I like it was alright, but at that timing I don't think it really assisted him too much in the map control scenario. And yeah, you got to see the strength of the double Raketans against the medium tanks again and again. Hunts had to be forced away for repairs. Didn't do too much damage with his Cromwells. So yeah, that's why I suggest with Brits, maybe rush out one medium tank and then try and make your way to something a bit heavier afterwards. Otherwise you can get shut down by double AT guns very easily. Well, I'll wrap on that, guys. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.